let's get this show on the road.
Welcome, adventurers, to the Shadow Labyrinth. This is where Blizzard said, "You know what Auchindoun needs? A dungeon so long and punishing that people will log off halfway through and pretend their internet died." Shadow Labyrinth was the gauntlet. You didn't just walk in, you committed. This was a multi-hour, trash-filled, key-locked nightmare, and at the end of it all, a big whispery boy named Murmur, who still haunts players' dreams to this day, getting their Sam Crater in Terracar. Same haunted ruin, but Shadow Lab had a catch. It required the Shadow Labyrinth key, obtained from lower city rep quests. Yep, this was one of the original You Shall Not Pass dungeons of Burning Crusade. No key, no entry. You either had to grind rep, know someone with the key, or sneak in after someone else opened the door. Already, Shadow Lab set the tone. You had to earn your way inside. The vibe Shadow Labyrinth was the darkest, edgiest wing of Auchindoun, endless corridors filled with Shadow Council warlocks, summoning rooms, demonic statues, and creepy cult rituals, dark, purple glowstones illuminating rooms where very bad things were happening. It felt like walking into the Burning Legion's basement. The atmosphere screamed evil cult lair, and it delivered. Before you even reached the first boss, Shadow Labyrinth made sure you suffered. Cabal zealots and shadow priests, AoE fears, mind flays, healing. Summoners, constantly calling in demons mid-pull, fell guards, big demon bodyguards that smashed tanks, Cabal shadowcasters, chain-casting shadow bolts until your healer went tomb, stealth packs, yes, stealth mobs, because nothing says fun like invisible assassins. Every hallway was a minefield. CC wasn't optional, it was survival. Pugs wiped more here than at bosses. Big Fellhound stationed right near the start. On paper, he looked like a simple tank and spank, but fear spam, AoE fears sent groups running into extra trash packs. Poison clouds. He dropped patches of goo that melted melee in rage. Just in case your tank was feeling too safe, Ambassador Helmaw was less a boss and more a test. Can your group handle CC and positioning? If the answer was no, enjoy your first wipe of many. This guy was infamous. Incite chaos. Every so often he'd mind control the entire group and make everyone attack each other. Tanks smacked healers, DPS blew cooldowns on each other, healers bubbled the boss.it was pure chaos. You just stood back, watched your group beat each other to death, and prayed nobody used cooldowns at the wrong time. Once the mind control ended, everyone scrambled to heal up, rebuff, and prepare for the next round. Heroic made it even more brutal. The Shadow Summoner himself, Vorpil, was basically a mechanics test before Murmur. Teleport constantly yanked players back to him, ruining positioning. Summons Voidwalkers, endless waves of void ads that waddled toward him. If they reached him, he got huge heals, AoE shadow damage, to keep healers sweating. The fight boiled down to ad control. Kill the Voidwalkers, burn the boss, repeat. If your DPS tunneled too hard, Vorpal healed back to full and you cried. On Heroic, it often felt endless. This boss weeded out the undergeared groups fast. Ah yes, Murmur, the living sound wave, the Whisper Daddy, the boss that made Shadow Labyrinth iconic. Mechanics, Sonic Boom, his signature move, he'd kneel, charge up, and unleash an AoE blast that deleted anyone who didn't run away. Murmur's Touch, a random debuff that detonated after a few seconds, forcing you to move away from the group. Constant AoE, just standing near him ticked damage onto the group. The fight was simple but punishing. Fail to move. Dead, forget to spread out. Dead, he was loud, flashy, and unforgettable. Even today, players hear the hum of his sonic boom and get flashbacks. Heroic Shadow Labyrinth was where pugs went to die. Trash mobs hit absurdly hard, with long pulls and endless CC requirements. Blackhearts incite chaos could literally cause full wipes if cooldowns went off. Vorpal's adds overwhelmed undergeared DPS. Murmur's sonic boom went from big damage to instant death. It was long, grueling, and exhausting, but if you beat it, you felt like a god. Burning Crusade Nostalgia Nuggets Kara's Henkey Fragment. You had to run Shadow Labyrinth for the second fragment of the Master's Key, which meant everyone did it, whether they wanted to or not. Lower City Rep. This was the main farm for Lower City Reputation, which was required for heroic keys and rewards. Pug Killer. More pugs fell apart in Shadow Lab than probably any other dungeon in BC. Murmur's voice. Even today, WoW players can quote his whispers. The sound design was legendary. Wrap up so that's Shadow Labyrinth, the Gauntlet of Auchindoun, long, punishing, full of cultists, and capped with one of WoW's most iconic dungeon bosses. It wasn't just a dungeon, it was a rite of passage. If you cleared Shadow Lab in Burning Crusade, you didn't just get loot, you got bragging rights, and maybe tinnitus from Murmur's sonic boom.